What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Silver and Gold. I'm Josh.
And I'm Mike.
And today, it's a little bit different, right? We're not on our live stream, but some news dropped. We're at a party right now, and Pete Carroll is now the head coach of the Raiders. Mike, how are you feeling?
I feel great. We talked about this on the pod the other night, but I think he brings a winning culture with him that the Raiders need, and now that the hiring's official, I don't know how to explain it. It's like you think of different possibilities. You think of Ben Johnson, you think of Robert Saleh, you think of whoever other candidates there were, Todd Monken, right? And then once it's like you get that news that it's final, it just hits a little differently of like, okay, like here's the real reaction, right? And you see all the people tweeting about it and stuff, and there's not a single bad thing that I've heard other than anybody being negative about his age, which frankly I don't really care about. I think what this team needs is a guy who's a proven winner in this league, who can reset the culture and bring something stable to this franchise that's been far from that for north of 20 years.
I think honestly, I think they knocked it out of the park with this hire. If you have been watching the last two episodes, I said I think Pete Carroll is a great candidate, rivaling Andy Reid on the Kansas City Chiefs, rivaling Sean Payton on the Broncos. That's fine. No, that's fine.
That was going on.
Special guest.
Hey,
Alex.
special guest Alex. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, man.
Hey.
Welcome to the Silver and Gold.
Everybody,
Congratulations.
Chug that twisted tea.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'll do it right now. But,
Didn't count.
That's disgusting. Yeah.
oh, man, Twisted Tea's good.
Keep it going.
We're not sponsored by Twisted Tea. Okay, so rivaling Andy Reid, Sean Payton, Jim Harbaugh.
Well, especially Jim Harbaugh, with considering their long history of being rivals dating back to the Pac-12 with Pac-12, I think, right? Stanford and USC, and
Yep.
then you have in the NFL, you had the Seahawks and the Niners.
Didn't happen.
Yeah.
Nope.
We don't have to talk about it, but a
I
lot of
don't
great
know what
games.
you're talking about.
Yeah. But a lot of great games between the two head coaches, and now they're going to be meeting up twice a year again in the AFC West, and I'm pretty pumped about it, dude. Obviously from the Raiders' standpoint of getting Pete Carroll and getting a coach that, the only other coach that they've had since 2002 that would rival his pedigree would be John Gruden, but I feel way more comfortable and confident in Pete Carroll as a head coach than John Gruden.
Yeah, and then also, too, I like the Spy Tech hire, so, we'll see if Pete Carroll and Spy Tech can, bring greatness to the Raiders.
All right.
We also wanted to talk about something that actually happened in Ninerland. So, as of half an hour ago, it is official that Robert Saleh is back on the 49ers as the defensive coordinator. He was the defensive coordinator from 2017 up until 2020, and, the last 2 years is really, his last 2 years on the 49ers really, I guess, shows what he can do when there's a lot of talent on the team. And right now, they still have a couple of the guys that were on the defense before. They still have Fred Warner. They still have Nick Bosa. We'll see if they're able to bring Dre Greenlaw back. But the team is a little bit different than it was before. But I definitely feel comfortable that the 49ers brought in a guy that can run the system right, know when to blitz, and honestly just motivate people. Because the last two coordinators that we had, Steve Wilkes and Nick Sorensen, no shot at them, but this team right now needs an emotional leader, and I think Robert Saleh provides that 100%. He and D'Amico Ryans were fantastic emotional leaders, aside from just being, great defensive coordinators, great defensive minds. So, as a 49er fan, I'm excited. What are your thoughts, Mike?
Honestly, I think this is exactly what the Niners needed, and the writing was sort of on the wall, in my opinion, that this was the move that was going to be made. Obviously, he did a lot of head coaching interviews with a lot of teams, like not the Jets, of all teams, not the Jets, but the Raiders, the Bears, I want to say,
The Jaguars.
The Jags for sure.
The Cowboys.
And the Cowboys, yes. And I just think now knowing that he's not going to get any of those jobs, I think him coming to the Niners, at least the timing, feels a lot like it was a reaction to the Cowboys hiring Schottenheimer.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was like within minutes of the two announcements. So yeah, this was the move that needed to be made for the Niners. They need a guy back there, like you said, who brings that energy. Like I remember watching, like the 2019 Niners and seeing him on the sidelines after a big third down play, just like practically
the Rams.
Yeah, like just or like the Vikings, I want to say, like just running on the field and like pumping up his guys. Like that's the shit that the Niners need, I think.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, no, I agree, and hopefully the 49ers can make it back to the promised land, and to sort of tie the beginning of the segment. Hopefully the Raiders finally have a coach that can last a couple years, build the culture, and turn the team around, because they have not had that for like the past 20 years. So we'll see. Stay tuned. We'll catch you guys in the next video.